Yes, this is Deeva Gordon, and I am back with you. And finally, my live is working. So, I played India Ari, thank you, for a couple of reasons, and whether it was recognized or not when you listen to it, um, it's talking about our young men and women that are fighting in the military for our safety. And I read some posts on Facebook, and like I said, I don't get into a lot of politics and things of that nature. Lately, I don't know if people have noticed, I've kind of like pulled back from social media as much, um, and started, I'm not going to say focusing on real life, but I was spending too much time on social media. Yeah, I was doing, marketing and promoting and things of that nature. But for me, outside of advertising and marketing and promoting on social media, that time was taken to actually do some things on the back end that I needed to take care of, as far as not only DEU, but my family, and getting some things into order. We just get so caught up sometimes in social media, and I wasn't on there writing my emotions and feelings and things like that. I was doing a lot of marketing and promoting, but that's not the only marketing and promoting avenue that is out there. So um, I'm just saying that I just pulled back just a little bit. I was just, sometimes I would scroll through my timeline, and I don't know. For me, I can't get into people's um, personal beefs that they have on there, the stuff, the subliminal stuff that they post, and the memes that they post for other people to see. And why be friends anyway? If that's what you need to do, if you feel shady about a person, just remove them from your life. I mean, it's just that easy. But at any rate, I'm gonna get back to my topic and what I was talking about. I really don't talk about politics that much, and I do know that there's a lot that's going on with Iran and Iraq, and President Trump involved, and the prime minister was, killed, if I'm caught up with him. So I'm just going to say this. I just played India Irie, thank you. And I want people to, because a lot of people's, when they hear about war and they have President Trump in office, they tend to, of course, they're going to blame him for, their family members and loved ones being deployed and so forth and so on. I'm going to invite you to look at a different angle than what's going on in the presidency. And when we discuss how against the war and what's going on over there, when we discuss that openly on social media, I think that we tend to forget that the thing is that if our loved ones sign up to be in the military, they're basically signing up saying that they're willing to give their life for yours. And opposed to being so against what they're doing, I think that we need to recognize how strong they are, and how thankful, as India Ari was saying, how thankful we need to be to those that are selfless and will put their life on the line for us to be safe on our soil, that some of us are not even thankful for. Some of us don't even get up in the morning to go look for a job. We lay around and, um, as my pastor says, soak up the resources. Um, so I'm just going to say, and I'm putting it out there, there are a lot of families that are going to be in need. And yes, the military do take care of them in a sense, but um, they don't take care of them as far as their emotional support. And imagine, you giving your life for someone to be able to be comfortable and be safe, and do their little what they call it, Snapchats and videos and lives and things like that that they do on social media. And meanwhile, you're over there eating out of a canteen, and this person is sitting over here and eating lobster meals and shrimp meals and stuff like that, is sitting there talking trash about what you have to do. When you sign your name on a dotted line to be in the military, you are signing and saying that um, you will go over and fight, or God forbid we have an in-house war, but that you would go over and fight for the honor of our country. And you don't get to pick and choose when you go, where you're stationed. You don't get to pick and choose that. And some of the gripes that I'm seeing on Facebook is, denouncing, what's going on. But the bottom line is, we need to think about our troops, our young ladies, our young men. Some of them have already begun to have families. Some of them, are single family homes, which means that, they're going to need assistance. They're going to need help during this time. And I'm just going to say that, opposed to posting certain things of negativity, reach out and see how you could be of help to help them during this difficult time, because um, it is a difficult time, extremely difficult time, and it's very, how could I say, it's very difficult for the entire family, especially when it comes to children. One of the things that I'm going to say is that I come from a military family. Um, Everyone down to myself, I didn't go into the military because I started having my children in my early 20s. I wanted to go, but I wanted to be there to raise my children. So I was the only one out of my family that did not go into the military. So it was, I mean, my mom even went. So I'm just um, I'm just going to say that I do have a soft heart for those that selflessly put their lives on the line so that we can uh, walk free, and for the freedom of others. And regardless of whether you agree or disagree with what's going on, there are lives of many young people that are in jeopardy, and we need to say a prayer for them. We need to extend ourselves for them, and be a little more understanding and aware of our communication and when we talk about what's going on abroad. So that's one of the topics I wanted to talk about today. And I told you that I wanted to talk about focus, but I wanted to come back after the India Irie song. Thank you, because um, I commend her for writing that, because so many people they live in America, but they're so anti-America. Um, and I try to understand it, and I'm not even going to get into. I was getting ready to touch on it, and I got to back up off of that because it's a controversial, very controversial topic that so many people are on opposite sides of the fence with, and you already know the Kaepernick situation. So I'm not going to go into any detail or give that any energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to another commercial break. When I come back, we're going to be talking about focus. We're going to talk about 2020. We're going to be talking about 2020's new vision. We're going to be talking about the new guests that new and repeat guests that are going to be coming on the Deeva Show. Um, I thank everybody for being committed, and I thank you for your consistency with staying tuned with the Deeva Show. I'm not going anywhere. It's just that I'm changing my times back to the second and the fourth Thursday for the Deeva Show. Is going to be 12 noon until 2 p.m. Now, I am going to give you an FYI. I will not be on this fourth Thursday in January. Again, I repeat, I will not be on for the fourth Thursday in January. Why? Because I will be at Sundance. So I will not be here, and I will not have, what, as a matter of fact, I may do a remote show just to give you all some updates and what's going on. So you know what? I'm not going to say that too fast. I'm going to take that back. I'm not going to say I'm not going to have the show. I'm going to say that we may be doing it remote from Salt Lake City, Utah, in Park City. That should be exciting. I think I should try doing it. You know what I mean? All right. So, at any rate, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of music. I'm getting ready to come back. We're going to talk about focus. We're going to talk about what's coming up in 2020. We're going to talk about all of the films that are going on. We're going to talk about the film collective um, that's going on. We're going to talk about Film Factory with Eli Lou, the twins. We're going to talk about Twin Entertainment. We're going to talk about Floyd Marshall and what's going on with the collective. We're going to talk about Intertwine series that's coming up, as well as Witness. You got it, Witness. Listen, I don't even think y'all understand what is going to be going on in 2020. When I say 2020 vision, 2020 is perfect vision. So what do you think you should anticipate and expect in 2020? Especially, now that we're in the new year, everything that you did last year that didn't work, right? So that means this year, you're clearer, 2020, you're clearer on what should work and what could work, because you're not going to try what you did last year that didn't work. So we're going to try something new. We're going to get this started. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of music. And for those of you that are listening, you'll be listening to the music. For those of you that are on YouTube, I just ask that you stay tuned. And I'm going to come right back with some more information, some more radio, some more talk. Make sure that you download the app. Now, we have an app. Go to your Google store and download the app, Sador Radio, and you'll be able to check us out like at any given time. And you don't have to worry about, our website and all. All right. So I'm getting ready to take you all to a little bit of a little music. Have a couple selections I want to give y'all this morning. And actually, technically this afternoon. So I'm going to give y'all a little bit of music. I'm going to come back on the other side and we're going to talk about a lot of things. If you want to call in, 215-909-6070. Make sure that you tune in to the Deeva Show every second and fourth Thursday. And if you want to call in and discuss a topic, feel free to do so. All right? So this is Deeva on the Deeva Show on Sador Radio. I'll check y'all on the other side.